Hello, the purpose of this video is to explain how to create a cover sheet. So you're watching this video lecture, and cover sheet module for week 16 talks about how we create this first sheet on your construction drawing set. And it has a lot of information in it. Inside, you will see your title, your perspective. There's a site plan or vicinity map. You have your general notes. You have a sheet index or your like table of contents. Then you have the code or building code information that you use. Then you have the team that comprises the whole um, consultants, including yourself. And then you have your standard sheets that creates your legends and some abbreviations on it. Sometimes there's too much information that you would need a second sheet just to put all of this. But we're going to try to put it into one sheet. So there's a lot of information here that we need to do or put in, and so we're going to break it down. And the first thing that we were going to do is work on the perspective of the project. Okay, you can see there's a cover sheet, and you would see a project perspective on here. There's not a lot of information in some of these sheets because that they have opted to put in all of this other information on the second sheet. So you only have this cover sheet, one cover sheet. And then besides the perspective, you would have the title of the project, which is in large fonts or letters, and it includes the address of the project. We don't need to create colored perspectives. Because they will print it black and white. And if you don't have a perspective, you can work on elevation, but typically you want it to be presentable and not just a plain elevation. Okay, so this is where you will have to go back to what you've done in SketchUp. Okay, and we are going to go to a view that we want on the project. And then once we have that, we can turn on our black and white mode. Black and white mode, you would have to go to styles over here. Okay, so to do that, you're going to go to your, I think it's under window, default tray. There you go, default tray, and we're going to just click show tray here, and it's going to be under styles here, under styles. Pull this down, and then your default has like this green floor. We're going to click on this one, and we're going to switch into like sketchy edges. You can do that, or you can go to straight lines. You can do that too. Okay, so these are your black and white um, options. So we can click this, and you can see whether you like that style or this one or this one. So simply choose something that's not too dark, not um, too bold or anything like that. Not too because there's a lot of styles here that's just sometimes not good, and it depends on what you want. Okay, so this style, if you want to put it in your cover sheet, this is good, right? But I always wanted to go for a black and white, and so I can choose a black and white option, okay, over here, or I can go and find something that is black and white to begin with. So these are kind of weird styles here, right? So don't use those. I think it's in the sketchy edges, and I can just simply choose from some of this over here. And sometimes it's not um, nice to look at until you have like turned on some shadows or something. So let's say you want this and you wanted to go here to your camera, onto the to your view, and you want to turn on shadows. Okay, so you can have that shadows. You also want to turn on your view fog. It softens the drawing, and then you can just pick and choose from a project that, I mean, a style that suits your liking. Okay, so um, so maybe you want something like this, and that's fine. Okay, and then you can view or change the view into the best or the biggest view that you can. Okay, and you don't need to include this guy here if you have that guy, but once you have that, the view that you want, okay, then what you can do is you can now do a file, and then you're going to do an export, and you're going to export a 2D graphic, okay, and then you're going to put it wherever you need to put it, ED320, and then I would say Cosmic Owl project perspective. So whatever name you want, I'm not going to check it. So once you have that, you're going to select what kind of picture you want. I just want to put a JPEG, and I'm going to click export. Okay, so you should know where it is. So if you go to your folder and go to your ED320, okay, you should see there your Cosmic Owl perspective. Double click, and that's what it should look like. Okay, now from here you can trim this. You can edit that one, and you can crop this little guy out. So you can crop it as small as you want. Okay, and then you can just save a copy, and we're going to just put 2 here. There you go. And then now on your folder, I'll close this too. On your folder, you should have another one called 2. Now where's that? Okay. I didn't pay attention where I saved that, so let us do this again. So, and then I click save a copy, and then this window popped up, and it says it's called Cosmic. Oh, it's under EDT20 SketchUp. So now I know where it is. Now cancel, close this. Okay, it is in EDT20 SketchUp. This is where it saved it. Okay, and so where is my? There you go. This is the scheme 1. Scheme 2. I think this is it, right? So let me go. Cosmic Owl logo. Did I put it there? I think it's here. Oh, there you go. So this one here. So I'll just simply drag that and put that on my ED320. So I'm going to just drag that and put that here. Okay, so I'll put that, and that should now be here. So this is what we're going to use for the cover sheet. Okay. Now, if you don't have a perspective, you can use this elevation. You just have to remove the dimensions, the bubbles, just the perspective, and put that there. Okay. So let's start now creating our cover sheet. I'm just going to go to start and click open, and let us go to where we have our files. I believe it's here, and we are going to open our latest one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to copy one of these sheets that has our title block on it. Okay. And we're going to make a copy, and we're going to create a copy, and we're going to put that before A1. So click OK, and here you go. So click this copy, and we're going to rename this. We're going to name that CS. And sometimes it's just CS, but if you have 2 sheets, you're going to put CS1, CS2. So we're just going to leave this as CS for cover sheet. Some firms would name that A0, okay, instead of CS. So, but yeah, we're gonna just name it CS, and you should match this name as CS for cover sheet. And then we don't need this, so we're going to simply, let me just first turn on the viewport and move all of this to the right. Whoop. Move F. I hope you can hear me. Didn't. All right. And then this too. We don't want this. There you go. And we are going to put here the perspective, and we're simply going to go insert. And this is how you're supposed to be inserting your images. Okay. So we're gonna go insert. So use the attach under insert, attach, and then go to your image file, wherever it is. Where did I put it? I am Google Drive, my drive, EDT. And then, did I put it here? No, I put it in SketchUp. No, did I put it there? Oh, here. I just put it down here. Okay, perspective 2. So, and then I'm going to simply click specify on screen, click OK, and then just put it anywhere for now. Okay, and then we're going to press enter for ortho, the unit 1, enter, and there you go. Okay, and then we're going to add the title. Now, you as I told you, you may need to adjust this later on. It's not going to be here, but we have to put in a title, and you can use a different font for the title. So let's just use one of these fonts, but you can certainly just use this also as you fit. So, and we're going to do a project title. Now, we're not going to know the name of the building or the establishment is Cosmic Owl, but we're not going to name our project Cosmic Owl. We're going to name it New Two-Story Cafe Building, just like this one. Okay, so um, yeah, let's just copy this whole thing because this one's already including the address of CP. And then we're going to just simply scale this. And then we're going to maybe put it 3 times as big. There you go. And then put that wherever we want. We're going to need, let's just erase this for now, but we're going to need that information later. And we're going to put it wherever you think it should be placed. Images are sort of funky in AutoCAD. There you go. So that's our the first thing that you need to do, and then we can put in your abbreviations, your legends, and then your other stuff on our next video. Okay, so make sure that you save this. So we're gonna do a file. We're gonna do a save as, and this time I'm simply going to add dash cs here on the end. Okay, but we're gonna rename this later. Right now it's under preliminary. We're going to make it final later on. So we're just gonna click save, and then that's it for the perspective and the um, title of our project. Okay.